Hey there everyone, Jason Winter from MMOBomb.com here. Today we're taking a first look at Kards, the World War II collectible card game. And that pretty much describes it. It's a collectible card game, it's got a World War II theme, and thank you for watching this first look. We'll see you later. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get into it a little bit here. I'll show you around. It's got a few slightly different quirks, a few different mechanics it uses, but it should be something that's pretty familiar to you if you're used to playing Hearthstone or Magic Arena or something like that. More so Hearthstone, I guess, but it does borrow at least one idea from Magic the Gathering that I've noticed in here. So we'll take a look at it here and show you around. First of all, you can see here just three ways to battle: training, battle against other players, and a draft mode. Nothing too surprising there. Go into the profile. I can see my profile, see all the cool stuff I've done. This is the ranking system they have for the game, where it counts for 5 different nations. Now there are 5 different primary nations you can choose to, or powers I guess they're called on this, you can choose to play as, but you can put a little bit from other nations in your deck. The Soviets, Germans, British, US, and Japan. I'll get into that a little bit more when I show you the different cards and so forth. But the way the ranking system works is you can see here, when you win games you gain stars, and you gain more stars if you have winning streaks, and you lose stars if you lose games. As you progress through the ranks, you'll go up in rank, win more games, collect more rank. Eventually, you'll get to the rank of Field Marshal if you're good enough. When you get a Field Marshal in 3 different powers, you will then unlock the Officer Club, which is just sort of like a special elite group, I guess you'd call it. It's not like a paid thing or anything like that. But when you get to the Officer Club, it allows you to look at leaderboards that help you determine who's doing the best in the game. They have plans for other things called special tournaments and various other aspects they want to add to that. But it's sort of just a way of showing how elite you are, basically, if you've played enough and gotten to that level. As you can see, the ranks will reset every season. Currently, there's 20 days left. I'm not sure how long the seasons go. I guess I'm in like the second week of December as I do this, so it's probably a monthly thing, probably 30 days per season. And you'll get various rewards if you get certain ranks and so on, more cards, more packs, and so on and so forth. So if you want to play a lot, you can get a lot of rewards and get a lot of stuff as you go along here. And basically just rank up in each individual nation as you go. Next we'll go to my progress tag, which is sort of like what I've accomplished. This is my actual profile, things I've done. You've got your daily missions here, pretty much like you'd expect in most other games. I can choose to cancel one out, pick a different one. But I've gone along pretty well on these, so I'm going to keep going. Hopefully I'll finish this. I should finish this one with my demo, because I've got Soviet allies in my deck. And then down below it, you have other achievements that you can get as you play along. And these aren't daily, these are just like lifetime account stuff. And as you go through them, you see how they are. You deal damage, play units, win games, and so forth. And they'll get you various rewards. It could come in the form of cards, you get additional cards. Or you might get gold for it, which is the in-game currency. As you can see, I've got 8 gold already that I've accumulated through doing various missions. That's the only currency there is in the game. Other than that, of course, you'll be able to spend money, real money, to buy packs, a few customization things, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, it's a pretty extensive set of collections here of achievements you can do to gain all sorts of currency, cards, so on and so forth. Then there's the customization screen, which has just a little bit of customization. Changes what message you can use depending on which nation you're playing as. So you see, I've been playing mostly as Japan, so I could change this to GG, good game, change bad to sorry, or whatever, so on and so forth. Now, they do a really good job with the theme of the cards in this game. And even down here, like if I had the special equipment, this just shows up on my table as you play. You'll see this when I go there. Right now, it just shows like a little pistol, a Luger. If I had the Japanese one, it would be a samurai sword. If I had the US one, it would be some grenades. Be a stick grenade for Germany, Sten gun for the British, and a special pistol for the Soviets. I wish they had different language-sensitive phrasing or cheers you could have here. Like, for instance, Japanese should have like banzai or something like that, shouldn't they? That would seem pretty good. British should have, I don't know, chip, pip, pip, cheerio, whatever. So that'd be neat if they had a little stuff like that. I hope they add a little bit more flavor here in the customization menu, because it's not the most amazing thing right now. It's not like, again, like Hearthstone, where you can have different heroes, different graphics and so forth. So they could do a little bit more there, I think. So that's my profile. Now we'll go on to my cards, and this is basically, again, kind of like what you'd expect. Nothing too spectacular here. I can look at my various decks. Like here's the Japanese deck I've built, which is mostly just starter cards plus the little bit that I've earned throughout. If I want, I can just take a card out of here. I can drag it back to there. This is my deck. This shows my deck down here on the bottom. These are the cards I have up top. You'll see here I've got 4 of this card, and my little slash thing is there. It means I'm using 3 in my deck, and I have 1 more in storage. So I can pull that down there. Now I've got 4 in my deck. Limit of 4, 40 cards per deck. And with each deck, you have both a primary nation, and you can have an ally nation, or power. I keep saying nation, power, whatever it is. In my case, I'm using Japan as my... it is a nation. Okay, all right, whatever. I'm using Japan as my primary nation. My ally nation is Soviet. You can have, as you can see, up to 12 cards from your ally in your deck. And I've got all 12 of my Soviet cards like these guys here. There you go. I can look through the rest of my deck, look through all the other cards I have. This is my Japanese cards. I've chosen Soviet, so I can look at my Soviet cards if I want. Could put more or less of those in. So pretty simple. Now I'm going to show you how the cost works in this game right here, because I'll have to go through this a little quickly when I'm playing the game. Cards have cost. In this case, this one has a cost of 3. That's the big 3 in the upper left corner. As the game progresses, you'll start with one credit. That's the name of the resource, the mana, or whatever you want to call it. They're called credits with a K, just like cards is spelled with a K. This unit costs 3 credits to put into play, so I could do that. Now, the little number there is the action cost. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called, if it's called something else or whatever. That's what I call it, the action cost. It costs you to do an action with most cards, which includes attack and movement. Now in this case, this guy costs 3. It says because he's a tank, and that's like a special ability of his, he can move and attack. So I could play him for 3, but then it would cost 1 more to attack with him, because he's got a cost of 1. Look at some other cards. This Planeer costs 2 and has a cost of 2. Planes generally cost more. Infantry can sometimes be cheaper, like as a 1. That tank is a 0, so that's a really cheap one to use. So that's something you're going to have to keep track of. It's not just about playing your cards and then choosing to attack with them whenever you want. You have to actually figure your action cost into your overall economy as you're playing. And then there are, like, whatever they're called, action orders. That's what the effects, spells, whatever you want to call them. That's what they are, and they just have a single cost, and then you just do whatever you want with them. So that is how the decks work. Deck construction. I can make a new deck if I wanted. If I'll just do that, I could choose like Britain as my main deck. I could choose someone else as my ally, so on and so forth. So let me stop out of that. And there's no, it's not realistic in the sense that, I can play a British deck and have Germans as my allies. I can play a Japanese deck and have America as my ally. So there's nothing like that in terms of like the quote-unquote realism of the game. And also, because Magic Man and I were a little confused by this, they just launched an expansion in which they added France and Italy as ally nations. You can't make a main deck out of them, but they can be your allies. And Magic Man and I looked at that and said, wait, Italy's not an ally. They were part of the Axis. No, it's just a game term. Ally is just a game term in this, so don't get bent out of shape about that kind of like terminology or whatever. Moving on to the shop, nothing too surprising here. Like I said, they just launched an expansion this week, so a lot of the purchases are split between the base set and the new set, which is called Allegiance. Otherwise, it's pretty much the sort of stuff you'd expect. You could buy a pack for 10 credit or 10 gold. That's up here. I've got 8. I should be able to have enough to buy a pack once I'm done. Or you can buy packs for money. 2 packs for $2.90 for $3 basically. 7 for $10, 15 for $20, 40 for $50, 60 packs for $70. And there's a welcome offer. You can get one-time purchase, 10 packs for $5. That's the base set. Allegiance, all the same except for the whatever it was, welcome offer. And they also have national bundles. This is a bit of cards and a bit, I think there's cards in here, yeah. No, there aren't. This is all just cosmetic stuff. This, yeah, that's the same thing, all right. This is where you get those extra little things you show on the table, like I was showing before. Like the samurai sword, the grenades, whatever, and so forth. You get an emote, you get a card back, all for about $8, so just a little cosmetic stuff to put in there. So yeah, pretty standard CCG fare. Again, almost a carbon copy of the Hearthstone cash shop there. And this down here is where I would open packs if I had some. I will get those later. So let me go ahead and go into a match here. I'm going to take my Japanese deck, just playing a random match against whoever I wind up against. Now the game is really popular on Steam. It's got like about 90% positive, got 8 seconds. I was going to say, it doesn't take long to find a match, and here we are, I'm going right in. All right, usual thing, I can choose to reject some cards, take some new ones. I think am I going first or second? I'm not sure. I think I'm going first because he seems to have more cards. I'm not sure what I think that's the advantage for going second. Object of the game is to destroy the enemy's base, which is aka their life points. You'll notice here I'll have an area here that I can deploy cards to. This is my deployment zone. He has the same thing, and that'll be up here. You can move cards in between. Good luck, have fun, he says to me. I will say the same thing to you. Thanks. I'll say thanks. There you go. So I'm going to play this guy. He's got the guard ability, which is kind of like taunt, as you would expect in a game like Hearthstone, except it only affects units to each side of it. So in this case now, my base is guarded. He cannot attack my base. He would have to go through this guy first. I will now end turn because I spent my 1 credit. He will do the same. Or he will go and take his turn, rather. Now, as I was saying, okay, now I got this. Now, I have 2 credits. Now, I can move this guy up to the front line. The front line is where you can actually attack the enemy's base from. You can generally only attack one region away. Like, if he had something in the front line, I could attack it with this guy. Or if he had something in the front line, he could attack my stuff down here. But what I'm going to do, let's see, this can move and attack at the same turn it comes into play, but that would cost me an extra. It costs 2 to put out, it would cost me 1 more to do that. Whereas this has Fury, which is basically like, it's kind of like Wind Fury in Hearthstone if you want to go with that. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and play this guy. Might get a double attack on him later. Now, he costs 0 to move up, but he still can't move up this turn because I just played him. If I try to do that, it'll even tell me can't do it. Okay. So I will end my turn. Interesting little thing it has here, too. It shows in yellow stuff you can do, basically. So you might have noticed that when I was playing my turn. My cards, if I could play it, the cost is in yellow. If I could take an action with it, that action cost is in yellow. All right, he's played a pretty big guard there, a 1/5, okay. Now it's my turn, I got an action. I deal 4 to an enemy air unit, he has no air units. Let's see, I could bring this guy up. If I move him up, next turn then he'll be able to attack, he'll be able to attack twice actually. So I'm going to play this guy. He's got blitz, well hang on. I'm going to use 1, I'm going to use nothing to move him up there. Now notice I can't take another attack action with him because that's in white. Still got 3 points left. I'm going to move this guy up too so he can help guard that guy. And then I've got 2 more points. I guess I'll play him. Now each nation has its own, I'd say, strengths and weaknesses, just like you expect in the usual card game, with each faction having its own strengths. Japan has a pretty good air power, which again kind of fits in, and also has a lot of these destruction abilities, which are kind of like death rattles in Hearthstone, which again kind of fits Japan, that kamikaze feel to them. He is playing British, it looks like. British tend to be very defensive with their home base. They have a lot of stuff that really helps out their home base. See, there you go. He just added 2 to that, which again, very, very typical for Britain, defending the home base and so on. All right, so this guy is furious. He can attack twice, and it costs 0 to do it. However, this guy is this guy is guarding his base. I could attack him because he did not deploy him to the side over there where he could be defended. He's pretty beefy too, which just means I'll probably wind up killing that guy. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy. Do 2 to him, do 2 again, because I have Fury. And it's pretty standard combat, you know, attack damage, health points, nothing too surprising there. Now I can finish him off. Take 1 damage to that guy. This is a very big guard. Gonna definitely want him at some point, but now I've got 3 left. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play him. He's my big guard. Soviets are also pretty good on defense. They have a lot of guard stuff. Again, defending Stalingrad or whatever. There you go. Also, I should note that I'm undefeated so far in playing this, which means I'm definitely going to lose now that I'm doing a recording. He's probably going to kill this guy, but it'll cost him 1 to do it, so does he want to play a 4-cost card instead, maybe? Nope. Oh, he played artillery. Now, artillery has the ability that it can attack targets anywhere and receives no damage in return. So that's pretty cool for them, because, then they don't have to expose themselves. So he still has to pay attention to guard, though, so he can only attack that. So let's see here. This guy has blitz and will bring out a little weenie guy when I kill him, or when he dies. That's another thing Russia has. Russia has a lot of smaller units. Represent, again, their large infantry base. I don't want to move both of these guys up. If I do that, he attacks that. Artillery. Yeah, that way I'll be able to take a shot at his artillery next turn. So if I move both of those up, that's going to cost me 2. Then I'll have this guy. Or do I want to play both of them? I want to move him up. Yeah, I'll move them up. I'll retake the front line. And then I'm going to play these 2 small ones here, I think, instead. Although that's stupid. I just realized that's a bad move because his artillery can just pop that. That was bad of me. Okay. Alright. I keep forgetting about the special attack of stuff like artillery. But at least I should be able to take out his artillery next turn. I'm just daring him to play a air unit. Yeah, he did that, of course. What I need is to draw some of my bigger cards, because I'm running low here, and I don't have anything to really spend on. Yeah, you have to attack the guard if you're going to go out there, buddy. There you go. So hopefully he'll be able to take him out next turn. I also have a good number of infantry buffs in this deck, but they're not showing up yet. Those would be really helpful to help boost up my infantry. Oh, he's going to play a guard. Oh, dang, now I can't get that guy. And he does that. Yikes. Yeah. Ouch. So he is large now. I can still take out his artillery, though. What does it? Destroy an enemy unit's 3 or less attack? Oh, yeah! Oh, that is perfect. Wow. Okay, so I got 6 points. So then if I do that, I kill that, I kill that. Okay, I'm going to be fine. There we go. Gorgeous. Great time to draw that card. So now I destroy that. And he had a destruction thing that made a... No, he did the bonus 2 damage. Okay. He does that. So I can look over here. I can't take a look over here to see what everything does. Yeah, he dealt... His destruction ability was deal 2 damage to a random enemy, so that wound up hitting his base. I have only 1 left. I guess I might as well move this guy up to the front then. Alright. He has a lot more cards than I do, though. I've found that it's good with Japan to just try to go face, as they would say in Hearthstone. Try to attack their base as much as possible because you've got a lot of those base affecting stuff. He's got another big guard too. And what is that? It's a tank, so it can move and attack the same turn. Heavy armor receives 1 less damage when attacked by other units. Yikes! I need another one of those Destructo cards. I need that again, which I don't have. All right, well, that would pin things, which is like freeze in Hearthstone, means they can't attack next turn. Yeah, he's not playing any air. Come on, Britain. Pop out those Spitfires. This is not great. I think I might just go ahead and hit that thing with this guy, but I want to leave him out because I've got a card that might be able to really help him out. I don't want to attack with him is what I mean. I want him to theoretically survive. Oh, no, he does that. He'll take no damage because he's got that heavy armor. Huh. I need my bigger cards. I'm just not drawing them right now. That's really all I can do. I don't really need to do that. He won't even take damage from it. It would just pin him. So yeah, I'll just hope for the best next turn. He's got 7 and he's got a lot of cards. This is not looking good. He's going to roll all over me pretty soon here. Okay, so that's got the Blitz ability, which means it can attack when it comes into play. And it's an airplane, a fighter, in fact. So that can attack things anywhere. And also is good against bombers. So he's just going to attack into the front line there. Okay. I'm surprised. I think a guard only affects ground units, right? Adjacent ground units? No, adjacent units. So he could have put this plane over there and had it be guarded, but he chose not to. I'm drawing another tiny little thing. Damn. All right, well, I kind of have to go after that, I suppose. Okay, so I'll lose the front line, get my little guy there. I'll play another one of these guys, I guess. And I'm not going to move up with these, with either one of them, actually. Okay, Blitz, he can move and attack the turn he comes into play. I'm not going to move up because all that'll happen is he'll just counter it with that. So I'm going to actually concede the front line for now. See if he actually does advance. Don't know why he wouldn't. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there's also very old school tunes going on. Very World War II radio sounding. So that's kind of nice. That's huge. I got nothing to counter because I'm not drawing any of those cards. And that gives +2 to everything. Okay, great. Oh, he can't move up now. But he'll do that. Okay, yeah. As I said, Britain's very defensive. I got another one of these. Yippee-ki-yay. Alright, so... getting terrible cards. Air units. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay. I don't think I've played this card yet. Like, my opponents just are not playing planes. I mean, I could do that, just do one damage. Might as well wait till he plays more stuff. Deal more damage, I guess. Yeah, I'll just sit here for now. Boy, if I could draw another... If I have another one of those destruction cards, that would be amazing on that. Because then if I could draw my air units, it would open up his base to my air attack as well. They're going to be in here somewhere. I know I'm going to get them. And here you see are the pistols that I talked about, the Lugers that are the base decoration. And he's taking his time. Maybe he's doing a video too. Has to explain everything. Or maybe he's just left the game. Nope. Okay, he's still there. Deployment, give your base +2 defense. Now he's moving stuff up. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes. Again, he gets that. 2 more defense. Oh, God. Now a plane. Okay, now I've got a plane. Jeez. That thing is a 2 with a heavy armor and ugh. Well, I could attack that. Or I could attack that. I cannot attack... Yeah, there's no point in sending those guys at that. Do I have a... I don't even have a guard, so he's going to be able to whack my planes. Ugh. Everything's coming up poor. This is definitely the worst this deck has performed. Although... I got a little bit of a trick up my sleeve. First of all, too, there's only... you can only put 5 cards in a row. Which includes your base here. So I can't play... I don't have another unit, but even if I did, I couldn't play another one. Now, I can play this. That will pin, as mentioned, so they won't be able to take actions next turn. So at least he does all that, and he actually took damage from that. Is it only enemy attacks that when attacked by other units? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on this guy a little bit. He dies, makes another one of those. Do that again. Do that. Okay, and I'm done. And he's already got the ticker going, probably because he took so long last turn, which presumes I'm going to have the same thing. And he draws more cards. Great. Great. Deal 1 damage to enemy unit. Okay, so that's going to be the end of that guy. I mean, I can pin his stuff again next turn, but I just have no real easy way to get through that guy. I can attack him with my plane, I guess. I wouldn't lose the plane. He's got 3 left. He can't. He can move this. No, he can't do anything really, because this guy can't move up, and these other guys are all pinned. So he can play a card, but that's it. Target air unit must retreat. Yeah, sure. He's got the anti-air. Great. Deal 3 damage to a unit. So that's just a straight-up damaging ability, which would be great if his stuff didn't have like double-digit health right now. Oh yeah, it's telling me to do stuff. Okay, let me do stuff. This is probably a terrible idea, but I'm going to start playing shit. I don't care. Pin them all. Whoop. Pin all enemy. Pin again. Deal 1 damage. I'll kill that guy off. I can deal 3 damage to him, but... Or I could deal 3 damage to that. And kill it off. Which I think I'm going to go ahead and do. I hope that I have another one of those instant destruction cards for him. No idea if I do, but we'll see. At least he's almost out of cards. He's gone through a lot of his cards. Or at least cards in hand, rather. If I can just deal with that one big tank, I've got a shot. Of course, he just plays another big card. Give a Jason tank. I give her Jason stuff +1/+1. Okay. You can't do anything with those guys. They're pinned. He seems to be struggling with that. Okay. Oh, there's my big guard. Okay. So I might as well play him, so that'll help defend my my plane. So the question is now, do I go all out and start trying to just attack his base? That might be my only chance. He's got so many more units than me. I'm going to try it. If I can draw more of my air, I might have a shot. Because remember, fighters can attack anywhere. This guy could also attack, but he would just do no damage because heavy armor. So theoretically, he's going to survive a turn because he'll do 7 damage to me. Unless he's got some sort of fancy crap to really mess me up. Well played. He's already given me a well played. What? He's not going to win this turn, is he? Is he? What kind of dastardly plan does he have in mind? Again with that. Ugh. Move that guy up. Move everybody up. Yeah, why not? You might as well. Yeah, you're done now. Okay. Could have been useful a long time ago. This is one of my buffs. Friendly units have +1 attack. This is not going to go well. So hooray! They can do that now. Although my guard is going to die soon. He is guarding, so everything is guarded. I can only attack this or that. I mean, I can kill that if I use both of those guys. Whatever. Just do it. Get me out of my misery. What did I say about not losing a match until I started streaming or recording a video? And boom, and now this is going to be hurtful. Oh. Good game, my friend. Yeah, there's another one of my big cards. Orders deal +1 damage. I have some stuff that does that. He's not playing whatever. Go ahead. Finish me off. Have at me. He's not even using like rare cards. I think these are all common or. Yeah, he just got a better mana curve than I did. Got stuff out much better on curve. Come on, finish me off already. Hit 2 attacks on my base and you got it. Alright, I ain't waiting. Surrender. Surrender. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to lose a star? No, I guess I don't lose stars at this rank. Okay. However, I did do those. I gained a few things here. I can claim this, play 30 Japanese cards. Okay. I get a new card. And is that it? Did I not get the... Do I have to win games with that? Win 3 games with Soviet as an ally. So I did not get enough to get another pack. So, oh well. But yeah, there we go. That is Kards, the World War II collectible card game. It's by 1939 Games. It's the only game they have listed on Steam, and it's there right now in early access, open beta, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's not the most original. It's not going to be. It's not revolutionary. It doesn't reinvent the CCG genre, but it does a pretty good job of things. And if you're into something if you're into CCGs and want something a little different from fantasy or sci-fi, with a more historical bent, if you're a World War II nut who'd like CCGs, I think it's pretty good. I think you'll have a pretty good time with it. So that's it for this first look. Thank you for watching. Head on over to MMOBomb.com for all your free-to-play gaming news, reviews, interviews, articles, editorials, videos like this one, videos with opinions, podcasts, that sort of thing. Contests, giveaways, so much more. That's on MMOBomb.com. Once again, my name is Jason Winter. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.